Good morning, I'm Kat, and this is your daily tarot transmission. So today the first card that we had to show up is the moon, which is interesting because right now we currently have the moon in very close proximity, also called a conjunction, with the sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. It's in a closer conjunction with Pluto and the sun, but it's in this stellium of sorts with all of these planets. And the moon is a planetary body or a satellite, really, for our system that allows for reflection, and it allows for light to be reflected back to us. And the moon as a tarot card is a reminder that we are on the path, even though we may feel lost, and it's important to not get distracted by illusion and fear. Right now in the time of the new moon, it is the darkest time. If you were to go outside and be in a place where there wasn't any light pollution, like if you didn't actually see street lights and city lights, it would be dark. And as the moon increased in light, as it waxes with the reflection of the sun and moves towards a full moon, you can actually see your surroundings because of that reflection in the evening light. And I've actually had an experience once where it was very, very dark, and the only way that I could find my way on the path was because of the moon's reflections in puddles that were on the path that I was on. So it literally does light up the path. And it's a reminder that what lights the path is ultimately our emotional body, our emotional center, because that's what tells us how we feel in any circumstance. And it reminds us that even though it may seem dark, we are on the path, and to trust and to have faith. And in that sense, you have to drop away what isn't useful for you. You have to drop away those ideas that can lead you astray from your path, that lead into fear and that lead into these illusions of unknown things that you haven't actually experienced, and to actually allow for your inner wisdom to guide you. And so in a lot of ways, it's a card of intuition, and to allow your intuition to give you information and to bring you back to a sense of memory within your own body around your direction in life. And to remember that even though it feels dark, light is coming. The sun is going to rise. The second card that we have for today is the Three of Pentacles. This is a card that brings up that inner ability in us that's the master craftsman. It's like, okay, this is how I'm going to go about things. This is a sense of like leadership and guiding for others. In a lot of traditional decks, you see the craftsman with two other figures behind them, observing them. So in a lot of ways, being on your path is a guide for other people in how to turn over, some of the darkness into something that brings light to others. Now, the third card that we have for today is the Five of Pentacles, and this is all about how you see your material situation and your particular circumstance right now. If you see it in a place of loss, or if you see it in a place of like spiritual guidance and spiritual renewal. Right now, with all the planets that are in conjunction to the moon, we also have that whole set in a square with Uranus, and then we also have Venus, which has been in a square with Mars and Uranus for the last few days. So there is a big change that we're moving into as far as society goes and as far as global infrastructure goes. And it's bringing us back to a sense of reminding us that we aren't alone. We aren't the first generation to have to go through dark times, and to remember that and to tap into that ancestral awareness and knowledge that you will be guided, and that if you tap into your own spiritual sense, wherever that anchor is for you, it will guide you in knowing that what is dropping away isn't of use for you anyway, and it allows you to put your attention towards ultimately what will keep you grounded. So I drew a couple other cards because I don't like ending on this card because it can be can stir up a lot for people and in ways of fear, and that's not what we're going for today. So the next two cards that I drew for this reading today, the fourth card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is reminding us to don't skip steps. Don't rush into things just because you feel a sense of unknown or a sense of fear. To like really think things through and be practical and patient with yourself, and to slow down, you know. Right now, even though everything is stirring up a lot in everyone, it's important to re-anchor ourselves and recenter ourselves. And the fifth card that I drew for today is another four. It's a Four of Wands, and I say it's another four because traditionally pentacles are ruled with fours and stability as far as energy, which numerologically are the number four. But the last card that we have for today is the Four of Wands. And so this is a stability of will. And so this is like, okay, I'm going to bring a sense of safety and security to my life, and I'm going to set this staff down and this staff down and this staff down and this staff down so that I can actually create a space where I can rest and have relief and really allow my body to heal myself and you know, give myself the space and openness to actually allow inspiration to come through. And often it only comes through, for me anyway, when I'm in a place of relaxation and rest, which we all know most of us don't get enough of. So it's about restructuring our lives in a way that everything that's changed in the last year and shifted globally and locally and societally is allowing us a deep reflection. And because the moon is in conjunction with Pluto and Mercury is the way we talk about things, the way we see things, the way we describe things, and those are in the same room with this Plutonian energy. And you think about Pluto, and Pluto is associated with transformation. And granted, you know, a lot of the waves of awareness lately are use the word a lot. But when we consider transformation, we look at the butterfly. The butterfly cannot go back to being a caterpillar. It is a life-changing shift that you can't go back to. So Plutonian changes are like changes that burn the bridge behind you. It's like, I can't go back to that anymore. It's not going to be that way anymore. And now I have to move forward and create stability in my life with this awareness and actually reground and re-anchor myself in what's important to me and where I want my light to go, because time is of essence and we live in it every day. So I send you so much love today, and a good wish and a great big hug. And I send you so much love. I will see you again tomorrow. Blessings to you.